of a bell. She is what is called a silly, still she answers pretty well. She's a silly, still she answers pretty well. Now when we were pretty babies, someone married us, that's clear.
And if I could catch her teacher, I should have sent her away with a flea in her ear.
But that young lady married to receive her can't refuse.
If I only take her more to make her shake her aristocratical shit, she's married on to Steppy, you and he will have to hold. If I have to do it, I won't do it. I'll teach her to marry a man of my heart. If she marries Mr. Marshall, you're a spinster. No matter, if I can get her, I doubt if her mother will know her again. And I have no doubt that her father will not one day.
This polite attention touches heart of youth
and heart of Duchess who resigned their pen
with profound regret.
She of beauty was a model
When a tiny tiddle toddle and at 21
she's excelled by none.
at 21
She's excelled by none at 21.
she's excelled by none. Comes to claim the royal hand. Proclaim their graces only double of the king who rules this goodly land. He raises up the hand.
Now, be good enough to inform His Majesty that His Grace, the immeasurably wealthy Duke of Plaza Toro, Incorporated, has arrived and begs,
Desire.
demands an audience. And now, my child, prepare to receive the husband to whom you united under such interesting and romantic circumstances.
But which is it, Papa? There are two of them.
Oh, it is true that at present His Majesty is a double gentleman, but as soon as the circumstances of his marriage have been ascertained, he will, ipso facto, become a single gentleman, thus presenting a unique example of an individual who becomes a single man and a married man by the same operation.
I have known instances in which the characteristics of both conditions existed concurrently in the same individual.
Ah, he couldn't have been a Plaza-Toro.
Oh, couldn't he, though?
Well, whatever happens, I shall of course be a dutiful wife, but I can never love my husband.
Oh, I don't know. It's extraordinary what unprepossessing people one can love, if one gives one's mind to it.
Oh, I loved your father.
My love, that remark was a little hard, I think.
It was very difficult, my dear, but I said to myself, that man is a duke, and I will love him. Several of my relations bet I couldn't, but I did. Desperately. On the day that I was wedded to your admirable sire, I acknowledge that I dreaded an explosion of his ire. I was overcome with panic, for his temper was volcanic, and I didn't dare revolt, for I feared a thunderbolt. I was always very wary, for his fury was ecstatic, his refined vocabulary most unpleasantly emphatic. To the thunder of this Tartar, I went under like a martyr. When intensely he was fuming, I was gently unassuming. When reviling me completely, I was smiling very sweetly. I was smiling very sweetly, very sweetly, giving him the very best and getting back the very worst. That is how I tried to tame your great progenitor at first, giving him the very best and getting back the very worst. That is how I tried to tame your great progenitor at first. But I found that a reliance on my threatening appearance and a resolute defiance of marital interference and the gentle intimation of my firm determination to see what I could do to be wife and husband too was the only thing required for to make his temper supple, and you couldn't have desired a more reciprocating couple, ever willing to be wooing. We were billing, we were cooing. When I merely from him parted, but nearly broken-hearted, when in sequel reunited, we were equally delighted. We were equally delighted, delighted. So with double-shotted guns and colors nailed to the mast, I tamed your insignificant progenitor at last. So with double-shotted guns and colors nailed to the mast, I tamed your insignificant progenitor at last.
My only hope is that when my husband sees what a shady family he is married into, he will repudiate the contract altogether.
Shady? A nobleman shady? Who is blazing in the luster of unaccustomed pocket money? What a silly thing to say, just when I've been floated at a premium.
Sure, your Majesty is aware that as soon as your father was publicly floated, he was constantly in demand, increasing his face value immensely, and making him rather flush.
Child, not to worry. We're in the money now, and very influential. Let us tell you how it's done. To help unhappy commoners and add to their enjoyment, affords a man of noble rank congenial employment. Of our attempts we offer you examples illustrative. The work is light, and I may add, it's most remunerative. We'll serve as a patron,
or even a matron.
our titles have high recognition,
Quite high recognition.
and payments fantastic, are hard cash or plastic, including per diem commission.
Including commission.
Foundation stone laying I find very paying. It adds a large sum to my making.
Large sums to his making.
At charity dinners, the best of sweet spinners, I get 10% on the taking.
1/10 of the takings. I'll help any lady whose conduct is shady and give her a title that's fancy.
A title that's fancy.
I'll even request her to shun polyester when dining with Ronnie and Nancy.
With Ronnie and Nancy, a smashing new fashion she'll grasp with a passion and pose for whoever will hire her.
There's lots who would hire her. A sum in addition they pay for permission for quotes in the National Enquirer.
The National Enquirer. We link up with judges through phone calls or nudges and modest financial persuasion.
Quite modest persuasion.
So if you've a hearing, you'll find us endearing. We fix rates for every occasion.
Yes, every occasion.
I sit by selection upon the direction of several companies' numbers.
All companies number.
As soon as they're floated, I freely banknoted. It's funny that no one has wondered.
Not anyone wondered. At debutante party, I'm loud and quite hearty, and I'm by no means a beginner.
She's not a beginner.
To one at my station, the remuneration, $15 and dinner.
And wine with her dinner.
I write letters blatant on medicines, patented, use any others you mustn't.
Believe me, you mustn't.
And vow my complexion derives its perfection from ivory soap, which it doesn't.
It certainly doesn't. We're ready as witness to anyone's fitness to fill any place or preferment.
A place of preferment. We're often in waiting at junket or fating, and sometimes attend an interment.
We enjoy an interment. In short, if you kindle the spark of a swindle, your simpletons into your clutches, yes, into your clutches. Or hoodwink a banker, you cannot be swanker.
Then trot out a duke or a duchess
A duke.
or a duchess.
Now, if you want candor, we'll fabricate slander and give it a sauce that's quite noble.
Both very noble.
Our letters to papers are good headline makers. We're friendly with Peter at Global.
We're known down at Global. In a striking new gown, I'll parade up and down for the dollars and cents that I get.
For whatever you get. But remember, my dear, though you may be sincere, a good morning begins with Gillette. Good morning, Gillette. Your Majesty. Their Majesty.
The Duke of Plastoro, I believe.
Incorporated. Allow me to present
The young lady one of us married.
Gentlemen, I am the most obedient servant of one of you.
Buongiorno. Pleased to meet you.
Louis.
I am now about to address myself to the gentleman whom my daughter married. Now, the other may allow his attention to wander if he likes, for what I am about to say does not concern him. Sir, you will find in this young lady a combination of excellences which you would search for in vain in any young lady who had not